emptiness in my psyche, feeling myself hopeless. Like that, like that, like that. Told her might be right back, right back, right back. Oh yes, like that, like that, like that. Yeah, I told her might be right back, right back, right back. Run it back. Told him put the money in the bag, double that. Run it back. Told him put the money in the bag, double that, double that. Run it back, run it back. Run it back, 100 stack in the trunk with his fire tag. Punch the gas, running to the future. Past, I'm done with that. But if I need to, then I'm coming back. Yeah, that's a fact.
So who was this nigga?
I know heartbreaks, setbacks, bitch, if I crap out, I'm sure I'ma get back. I've been through the ups and downs, you know I get around, so to me, it's all a part of the game. If I ain't the cocaine, or the dope man, I'm on for sure, man. I gotta take it, no need to say shit, I'm gonna take it. Burglary turn homicide, it's nothing to play with. Make money, make money. When shit hit the fan, we'll take money. Southside, be with the best of them, done shot at the rest of them. Yeah, checks I'm collecting them, check, boy, I'm finessing them. Bags of bread, boy, you fuck around with a big bag on your head for the one to break your head. Let's get to it, they don't do it like we do it. Cop it, whip it, bag it, flip it. We up, beat up, what up? Running around this bitch, still not giving a fuck. Hey, when it come to that paper, there'll be no complications. That's right. With a hole in the nigga right in front of you, your heartbeat pacing. That's how we do it on this side. Niggas get to it on this side. I know heartbreaks, setbacks. Bitch, if I crap out, I'm sure I'ma get back. I've been through the ups and
Damn, I know you lying.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun and State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Arizona Cardinals. The kicker, Brandon Aubrey, is out to get this one started, and this one is underway here on EA Sports. Xavier Gibson now from his end zone, and he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
Brandon, whatever happened to the old rule that if you don't know that you're definitely going to get it to at least a 20-yard line, you just take a knee in the end zone. Sometimes being too aggressive can actually cost you.
Play action. Now it's Murray. DeMarcus Lawrence just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. So a tough early challenge here, 2nd and long after the sack. From his own end zone now, it's Murray.
Man, get this shit out, Buddha. How did it? Hold on.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. The give is to DeMercado. Nice little juke. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The Cardinals had a struggling 3-13 now on the year. And they come in the midst of a season-crushing losing streak. It's up to 9 games now.
And this is a team that's not shown much consistency during this losing streak because they've never really looked like they've been ready to play. You question their motivation. You wonder what's going on with them. And I don't have a PhD in psychology, but the body...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Credit for that sack goes to Cameron Thomas. But you know it's never easy to get Kyler Murray down to the ground, and to do it with a sack on their first drive, what a great tone setter defensively.
Oh, and no one's celebrating more than the defensive coordinator because that's all he's preached all week long. Keep him hemmed in. Don't let him get into the open field and create big plays with his feet. To get him down in the pocket early, that's got to feel great for them.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Murray now. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are on the board first here this afternoon.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their futures. They look ahead to the offseason. What spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now Murray. Under pressure, they got him again. Osa Odighizuwa in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Catch is made by Marquise Brown. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, partners, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2nd down and 3. Cooks will come in motion right. Fields tapping it forward. Jet sweep. Across midfield. Cooks flashing the footwork. And finally marked down at the 23. A big play here for Dallas. So that about the shortest pass a quarterback can make, but it winds up going for a bundle.
Yeah, let's face it, in the stats, it sure looks like a heck of a throw, doesn't it? It's almost like in baseball, when you get that little Texas leaguer that turns into a double, you would think that you hit it off the wall. Big-time play for him on a short little pass.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Go. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now 2nd and 5. Pollard will take it up the gut. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. He inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Pollard will take this into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Aubrey now for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And not much to speak of. Called a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Second down, Murray sets to throw.
Oh, my.
That one complete to Trey Tucker. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And now to Common's side, at least on this drive, a momentary setback though for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Play fake. Murray. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cowboys will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you've got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Now a running play here with Lamb. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
Back to throw. Fields. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. 62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. First down, and it's Pollard again. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
My girl, where'd you box at?
Here we go. From the 23, here's 2nd down and 2. Fields changing the play. On 2nd and Fields hit and the ball is loose. And the Cardinals have got it. Go the other way. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Micah Parsons in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Murray now to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Murray. Nowhere to go.
Oh!
And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Let's take it inside his own 40. He gets away from 1. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, So they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Aubrey good with a PAT, and it's now 21-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now the Card's going to call another timeout, their second, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Brown goes in motion left. Murray now on 1st down. Goes right back to McBride. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. 1st down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Throwing now is Murray. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now a 2nd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Murray.
Man.
Over the middle, complete. It's more. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Murray. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's caught on the deflection. And this is going to be a touchdown.
Hell no.
The way this one
Come
was
on,
going,
Booth.
you just got the sense they needed something before.
Come on, Booth. Ain't no way.
Of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs.
Fix it up,
I think they're
Booth.
going to at least take a look at this.
Wow.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Sirline connects on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with a 21-7 lead already in their hip pocket, probably not a time to get too creative or inventive here. We'll see. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in down. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly helped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28.
As he said, here we go for real.
That's caught out wide by Cooks. So he stopped for no gain. And 3rd and 8 now.
If you're a wide receiver and they call a screen pass, you're counting on some people being out in front of you blocking. And that play was well diagnosed by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. And they got there and swarmed and finished off the play.
Here now a 3rd down and 8. Well, now they'll try the end around. And some space here. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 25 yards that time.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 47. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Hey, Ken. No much.
Play action. It's Fields. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete.
He decided the opportunity was there to launch a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Running right, it's Pollard. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Tough ask here. They're going to go for it.
Why you say something, man? You had me looking down. That was run out of time.
It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter.
It's just being twisted and trying to make me look like shit.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They snap it to Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
I tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. 4th down, this is taking a big risk. But it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a 1st down, but a big play as well.
Here we go.
Open man, right side, it's Lamb. Touchdown! CeeDee Lamb. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but
That
surely.
nigga don't want to join, bro.
Too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an
I don't want to play with the settings off.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead is up to 18 now.
They ain't joined like 2-3 years because of the settings. You need to know who his superstars and
So
X
after
Factors
the
are on the
touchdown,
field.
Aubrey now to kick this one away.
Guess he don't know.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first. There he goes, left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people at the block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
And you start to think, if it's going to happen for these guys, it's got to start with this drive. Down 3 scores, they need to start making some inroads. And that'll help the cause there as they pick up good yardage and a 1st down.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early.
All right.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Brown.
I like
And
him.
brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now Murray again.
Oh my gosh.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off
go, Longhorn.
and overshot. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Man, what's...
Now a give here to Pollard.
Yeah.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise them with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a first down. Gotta love that efficiency.
We all took each other's sheet and started putting shit together about me having the park then. So you're telling us to keep shit close, bitch part about the most fucking damn job. She got suspended. She know.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. One play action, Fields. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Garrett Wilson, 39 yards. And the Cowboys look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
For your position,
yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Play action. Now it's Murray.
Bobby.
That is
Come on.
and
Oh,
he's
my
going to have the
God.
Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Throwing on first down is Murray. A short one here, caught by McBride. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That's good for 21 yards on the catch and run. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Now Murray. And that one going to come up short.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Second and 10. Now Murray.
This nigga. Come on, Buddha. I'm telling you, boy. You fuck me.
To the end of this one, maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. On the handoff, it's DiMarcano.
Bobby.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 12 yards to pick up, good enough for an Arizona first. Probably wishing that they could have had a few runs like that earlier in the game, now facing this deficit in the 4th.
Hard to criticize a run of that magnitude, but they really need those types of runs to go the distance and need bigger plays to try and get back into this one.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. He's got room to roam. And finally down at the 9-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 30 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Murray going to throw. And it'll be intercepted. A big seam, and he might go all the way.
Hit you on.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game. The self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Down the left sideline. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Aubrey now for the PAT. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. After the pick six, they go right back to the air.
What kind of blocks this nigga got, bro?
And they'll get it out just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some more.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys will take over here just shy of the 30. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, it doesn't look like it's going to matter much. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL. It's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
That one looks like he'll throw here. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, you know, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a fourth quarter advantage. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. And quickly to the outside, that's caught by Lamb. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards. But they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
That's still insane.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At some point, we started sleeping together, which, because of rage, was a crime in and of itself. But quite frankly, that's the least of the crimes.
We don't know something like this. 2, 3 weeks.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days. We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. To throw, it's Murray. And my goodness, another interception. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Oh, did he just shoot that high?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll fake the handoff, now Fields. And that's going to be caught downfield by Fant. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
At the 8-yard line.
To throw is Fields. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you notice they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Cowboys, they'll wrap up on a high note, but will still finish 3 games below 500 at 7-10. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they go out with a bit of a whimper as they wrap up a very trying 3-14 season. And it's fair to say wholesale changes will be forthcoming in the very near future.
Gotta run at least more than
Thanks for
15
tuning
times,
in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
having to do to you. Because I know it's not a good look to get hiccups. It's worse when your mom was a snitch.
What?
I'm not intentional to keep it. They don't like this blocking the window.
Right, was no snitch.
On the police or multiple, maybe you don't have to come there.
Out, so I'ma get back. I've been through the ups and downs, you know.
Nobody do it better than me, not incredibly. I do this competitively, uneditably. These falling silent when I walk up in the building. Worry about their future like I'm here to snatch their children. That line was brilliant. How I'm not already in the millions. Am I not the picture of resilience? Why they test my patience? Hyping all this lame. No one got a brain, they just be liking all the same. This is what I'm in on industry games. I'm convinced that nobody is speaking my language. I'm a good ass, so listen close when I say this. After every feel stainless. I can make a scene go. Everything I wrote gon' smoke, so dangerous. I can make an Einstein feel brainless. But look on the bright side, hope yield changes. I'ma get it started. Please give me a pardon, cause this the type of beat that get the whole crowd marching. Time to shut it down, we made the whole town Spartan. I'm from outer space, so all my homegirls Martian. It's about to get critical. This moment is pivotal. Here to feed the streets, they say my influence umbilical. We gon' make it grimy. Devil get behind me. Told you I'm the best. I done said it with my chest, so for real, nobody try me. And I say, one for the money and two for the love. We the new era, so whoever may feel they above. Live in delusion, that's an illusion, it's absent. Keep it together, don't act like you didn't know what it was. I'm on a whole nother planet, I'm about to show you. This wouldn't work if we planned it, meaning you won't understand it. We act the rings like a Saturn, this feel like splitting an atom. We've gotten bored with the pattern, so now we up and we at 'em. Watch out for my evolution. Around and start a revolution. I am more than a being, I'm an institution. If I gotta reiterate, I swear I'ma lose it. It's my world and I'm generous and let y'all peruse it. How obnoxious, she ain't got a conscience. She's okay with being a little absurd and pompous. That's because I kill it, then stick around just to haunt it. Waiting on my thank you, be grateful that I would even let you watch it. it. This alone is a classic hit. I'm a verb amongst adjectives. If the industry full of and my words is a laxative. I'm a maniac on these beats. I'm just saying it's not discreet. I'm enraged because y'all ain't see it. I'm spraying on every street, entertaining no whack opinion. Who's saying we not elite? I'm over Balenciagas. I'm changing into my cleats. It's go time. It's showtime. I ain't calming down until this place is a ghost town. Tired of the faking. We bringing back Motown. No staring this go round. I'm taking no prisoners, so prepare for a showdown.
Could might be shit turping.
Trippin', this is easy, got them excited to meet me, I got diamonds, you got CZs, wake up, get to it and repeat, I ain't hear nothing they to say, let them talk about it, my whole crew is about 100 deep, gotta walk around it, I kill it and then I walk away with the chalk around it, I just get low key and watch them talk about it, I'm in New York and we finna get loose, squeeze the big apple and give me the juice, don't wanna talk, I just do what it do, my alter egos can fill up a room, hop on the flight, take a trip to Peru, yeah, hop in the whip, that is missing the roof, my room in the fire, just look at my boo, I'm the almighty, I'm feeling like Bruce, I don't need much, ability to do, breaking the hearts and breaking the rules, 10 out of 10, I'm feeling like two. I ain't tripping, this is easy, got them excited to meet me, I got diamonds, you got CZs, wake up, get to it and repeat. Hey, I ain't hear nothing they to say, let them talk about it, my whole crew is about 100 deep, gotta walk around it, I kill it and then I walk away with the chalk around it, I just get low key and watch them talk about it. Every week I got a mission to get it, hop on a flight and then finish some business, I'm sitting in business, just look at the ticket, a traveling man, I'm switching the pivot, why would I talk about it when I live it, I know that you live it, I know that you mad, putting up numbers and flipping the digits again and again and again, when you get it, elevate and enjoy the saga, better pay, give me more than dollars, still on the grind, ahead of my time, my yesterdays are young and Giannis, trip to Hawaii to bust out the haka, I bust out the haka, I bust out the boat, when there's nothing to do, never been capping, you know that it's true, haters will cry me a river like boo, breaking the hearts and breaking the rules, 10 out of 10, I'm feeling like two. I ain't tripping, this is easy, got them excited to meet me, I got diamonds, you got CZs, wake up, get to it and repeat. Hey, I ain't hear nothing they to say, let them talk about it, my whole crew is about 100 deep, gotta walk around it, I kill it and then I walk away with the
You
chalk
don't lose
around
your
it,
shit.
I just get low key and watch them talk about it.
They're gonna find a way to get you, bro. Make sure your time.
Hey, used to have a silver tooth and I was just a pup, yeah. Now I got some killers who got shotties with the pumps. I don't wanna catch the feelings, I be trying to
That
see
shit
what's up.
gave
Shorty clean
you a
the premise, I'm a
contract.
diamond in the rough. Used to have a silver tooth
Bad
and I
air
was just a
contract.
pup. Now I got some killers who got shotties with the
First the
I don't wanna
contract
catch
on
the feelings, I be
finish
trying to see what's up. I
up,
let
bro.
Shorty clean the premise, I'm a diamond in the rough. First order of biz, no snitch, and I try to keep it silent, but the kids don't listen. Birthday got another hit, no flinching, and tell them send them watch me like a fit more princess. She on the class trying to get a nigga. She think I'ma last cause I got a pass with her. And I ain't trying to let her down, but I'm not. If you was trying to settle down, get a fact. Song pull up in the city with a nice jump. Lights up, lights on. Titties throw the chicken, need a wife to throw the rice on. Pull up double park with all the ice on. I'm like, she run it up, she burn it up. She pay a bill, she it up. 52nd Street, I double down, then I double up. 2023 and I'm the only coming up, yeah.
Keep them. I want to pay them.
Hey, used to have a silver tooth and I was just a pup, yeah. Now I got some
feelings who got shotty for the pumps. I don't wanna catch the feelings, I be trying to see what's up. Got the shorty clean the pennies, I'm a diamond in the rough.
24 karat VVs in the stars. Rings going off like Mikey with the stars. Only one model with designers in the stars. When we shop fabric on with a bottle full of couple platinum records later, still I got the game locked. Come on, line, special then Tory Lane's pop. Who got his word in his lips in every raindrop? Get him with the they make it their brain swap. Walk around like I'm nigga with the diamonds in the clock. You ain't walking on these I got diamonds in my sock. Might be funny like I'm Biggie, but I'm riding like I'm Pop. I'm the king of your city, give a about your block.
I can choose to feel so up, man. I just don't know.
Get lost. Go and turn up if you know